Hello, my name is Jen, aka Beyond Blunt Mom. Welcome in. We are doing a general collective message today. Um, I was outside crafting, doing a little bit of self medication, plant medicine, enjoying the beautiful weather. We are having some amazing weather out today. It's like 70 degrees and sunny. It's beautiful. But anyway, I was sitting there crafting, creating, and then I looked at the clock and it was 12:12, and I immediately felt called to come do a reading. I believe this is tied to the love, not the love reading, but the last message I did that ended up kind of being a love reading. The other day it was a collective message, and this is, I believe, tied to the divine feminine of the collective reading that I did the other day. 1212, I did a little research just to make sure I was doing the right thing. 1212 is an ascension code. It's a powerful message of divine support, encouraging you to maintain a positive mindset, release fears, and trust you are on the right path toward manifesting your desires. I immediately felt that this was for the divine feminine from the reading I was doing the other day. It's about a spiritual awakening. It's about personal growth and stepping outside of your comfort zone and embracing stepping out of that comfort zone. And it's an ascension code. So I feel like that we have been doing that. We have been stepping out of our comfort zone, and we have been through this spiritual awakening. We are finally stepping out of that deep dark path. The divine feminine, I do believe, I'm not sure, but the way I'm feeling about this right now, sorry, I'm a little, anxiety's building up right now again from it. It's the same anxiety that I had the other day from the reading. I feel like the divine masculine part of this has taken a step back, and they're doing the work that they need to do. And we need to allow that, but we need to continue as divine feminine. We need to continue to grow and work on ourselves and keep that spiritual awakening flowing and embracing every part of this. But I immediately felt called to do a reading for the divine feminine. I don't know if this is going to be about personal growth, is you growing on your own, or if this is more about the love reading and coming together. The only way we'll know is to keep going and getting this message from spirit, because it really felt intense to do it exactly at 12:12. I didn't start the reading at exactly at 12:12 because I did the little research on the 12:12 meaning angel number, just to make sure I was on the right path. And it was confirmation for me. So today we are going to be using the Sugar Skull Tarot. Again, like I said, this is one of my favorite decks by David A. Ross. If you have not seen this one, it's a beautiful deck, so go check it out. I've already done a little meditation, called in spirit, called in my spirit team, the Ascendant Masters. But we're going to shuffle a little bit and we're going to get started. This is a general message for the divine feminine. We'll pull 3 to 5 cards, see if I can get a message. If I feel called afterwards, maybe we can go a little bit deeper after we get a little clarification. Maybe we can go a little deeper and see where the divine masculine's at. This is not gender specific. This is, anybody can be a divine feminine. We all have divine feminine and divine masculine in us. So this is not about if you're a male or female or whatever. This is divine feminine, divine masculine energies. Give me just a second. I'm trying to slow this down a little bit because I am going 1,000 miles an hour right now. And I need to recenter this because it's pouring. The energy's pouring right now. Yeah. Okay, we're going to slow it down a little bit. I'm asking them to slow down the messages that are coming in right now. Okay. We're going to do a couple more shuffles. Sorry about that. It's a little intense right now. We're going to do a couple more shuffles, and then we'll get started. 3 to 5 cards for a general message. Once we get clarification, I might try to get a little bit more information on where the Divine Masculine is at right now. So, all right, 3 to 5 cards for a message. 3 to 5 cards for a message for the Divine Feminine. Three to 5 cards for a message. Ooh. All right, we got some coming out. We have Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands, King of Swords. Oh wow, here we go. King of Swords. Throat chakra is messing up a little bit, y'all. Queen of Wands. Knight of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups. I'm not explaining any of these yet. Oh my gosh. Knight of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Sun. They all fell out at the same time, 5 cards. And the Sun, which is a 10, which is completion. This is a lot. Okay. This feels very Divine Feminine. In the end, you have the Sun coming. I need to get clarification. But this is definitely for the Divine Feminine in this group. In this collective, in this, whether you believe in twin flame or not, strong karmic soulmates, this is definitely for the Divine Feminine in that group. We talked the other day about your passions, following your passion and taking care of yourself and fulfillment and abundance and yeah. Okay, I know I'm not saying much because I'm feeling a lot right now. I mean, I'm feeling a whole lot internally. Like, I typically, me as an individual, typically don't feel my emotions very strongly. I analyze my emotions more than I feel them. So when I'm reading tarot and I feel emotions that I'm not used to or comfortable with, it kind of makes me uncomfortable, if that makes sense. I'm very analytical and not very emotional. So this is a feeling that I'm not used to. It's a very happy, very heart-centered, like happiness coming out of your chest type feeling. With this and passion and the cups, it's overflowing with the passion and the happiness right now. The clarity, I feel like the King of Swords is about clarity. The King of Swords is not the nicest king. If you can see the card, there's a couple people tied up in the background. He's done playing. He's done with the lies, the manipulation. This is definitely for the Divine Feminine, this group from the other day. These cards are confirmation for me that that's what this is. The Knight of Wands, passion, and it's coming in. It's not the fastest, but it's not the slowest. Okay, so let's get some clarification, because yeah, we need to get a little bit of clarification. Using the tarot meaning again, the meaning tarot, sorry. The other day I really enjoyed using these. So I'm going to try them again. I've already pre-shuffled a little bit. Oh, wow. But the Empress is on the bottom. New beginnings. Fertility, beauty, happiness, nature, pleasure, development, success. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of confirmation there. So let's clarify the Knight of Wands. What is the Knight of Wands about? Let's get a couple cards for the Knight of Wands. This really feels intense for me because I'm not used to this amount of emotion coming from my chest. It started in my throat, having like a hard time with clearing my throat. It was definitely my throat chakra. Sorry, my words, stumbling on my words still. It was definitely started in my throat, but that eventually that throat blockage moved down into my chest and like expanded. I could feel the expansion in my chest, the happiness, the joy. I felt it coming from my chest like almost like a wave. Okay. Knight of Wands. Can I get a couple cards on the Knight of Wands, please? A couple cards on the Knight of Wands. I just saw the Queen of Swords. All right, let's do the Knight of Wands. Can I get a couple cards for the Knight of Wands? A couple cards for the Knight of Wands. Oh, I got a lot of cards. I don't know if I want to do this one too. Okay, we're going to use them to clarify the first group here. Okay. Knight of Wands, we have Two of Cups. Two of Cups. About love, balance, attraction, partnership, harmony, mirth, equality, balance, and connection. I was talking about the wave, how I felt the wave in my chest. It felt like a wave. This is water. This is water energy. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is going with the Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups. Four of Pentacles, control, stability, security, rank, material gain, conservation, protection, suspicious. Okay, so for me, I have something going on here. For me, this is about stability, that you've built that stable foundation for yourself. The Moon is clarifying the King of Swords. There's no more confusion. There's no more illusion. There's no more fear. More water energy. This is the Moon. The Star. The Star. All your dreams are coming true. There's no more confusion. You've done the healing. All your dreams are coming true because you got the clarity that you needed. I'm supposed to be covering this, sorry. YouTube does not like nudity. All right, now we got two cards for the Queen of Cups. We got the Page of Swords. And we got the Fool. New beginnings. New beginnings. Spread your wings and fly. Anticipation, wonder, curiosity, awe, new journey. Care is needed, potential. And we got the Page of Swords. Take your time and think before you act. restless, energetic, talkative, eager, curious, aggressive. This was the energy I was feeling when I first started. I had the energy of we need to do this. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's move. This is both air energy, or no, this is earth, sorry. It's actually the Page of Swords is the earth of air, so it is air. See, I didn't know that before this. But this is air as well. So, I mean, we have a lot of air and water here, so it's very flowy but very fast. And yeah, okay, so let's get some more clarification on the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Can I get 2 cards for the Queen of Wands? 2 cards for the Queen of Wands. We had a couple that almost wanted to come out. 2 cards for the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Clarification. Four of Cups. And the Ace of Swords. So we have the Ace of Swords and the Four of Cups. Whew. The Ace of Swords is about truth, logic, power, heart of the matter, insight, clarity, breakthrough ideas. Breakthrough ideas with the Queen of Wands, your passion. But this is about contemplation, apathy, seclusion, closed, lack of risk, boredom. So if you could see, the guy they're trying to hand him a cup and he's just focused on the 3 that he already has. Maybe you're missing something here. Maybe we're looking at, for the Queen of Wands is what I'm talking about. We got the Ace of Swords and we got the Four of Cups. We're following our heart. We're following we're following the ideas that are coming through, but we're missing something. Somebody is trying to hand us something and we're not looking at it. And we need to get that clarity. We need to see that cup. We need to see that cup to get this. We need to look at what's being handed to us that we're not looking at right now. Something's there. It's being handed to us, but we're not looking at it. Okay, let's clarify the Sun. Let's clarify the Sun, please. Clarify the Sun. Can I clarify the Sun? One more card, please. One more card, please. One more card. One more card. We got 2. Okay. All right, let's start with the one that I'm looking at. Oh, there is 2 cards here. Woo! Oh, Spirit, I'm sorry. Ooh. And it's a good one. Okay, so we got the Knight of Cups. It's coming in slow. This is the slowest one, but it's because we're not looking. We're not looking. We're looking at everything else but what's being handed to us. So it's coming in slow because we are not doing our part. Okay, this is where I'm going to be really like, I'm Beyond Blunt Mom for a reason. And that's because I tell it the way it is. We are not looking at what's right in front of us. Something is right in front of us and we're not looking at it. And we need to get some really strong clarity on that, because we're waiting. We're literally ready. We have done the healing. We're done with the confusion. We got clarity on ourselves. We are good. We are solid on ourselves. Like we are figured out what makes us happy, what makes us, tick, what makes us go, what's driving us. But what we haven't done is look directly in front of us to see what's coming. It's coming in slow. Maybe it won't be slow. Let's see what the other two cards are. Because this is fast moving. This is communication. This is moving fast. Eights is fast. It's going to be coming in fast. But this is the slowest moving. So maybe it's coming in now because it's taken a while. This has taken a while. Like maybe years. I don't know. It's taken a while. So we're going slow and we're missing something, because let's see what these are. Y'all, we got the Ten of Swords and the King of Wands. We have the King and Queen of Wands. I saw the King of Swords. We have the King of Swords. I saw the Queen of Swords earlier. Knight of Cups. Knight of Wands. King of Wands. With the Ten of Swords. Okay. Okay. We're done. I mean, this is what we talked about last week. We were done with this. They were promising you this. Maybe that communication's still coming in, but we're missing something. There's something that we're not looking at. It's being handed to us. We've built our solid foundation. We have built that solid foundation. We're done with the confusion. We are done with the healing. We've done the healing work. We'll always be evolving. So there's always going to be healing. But we've done what we needed to do to start this new chapter. We have started. We're waiting for it. And we've done what we needed to do to start the new chapter. We've done what we need to do to start the new chapter. But there's one thing we haven't done. And that's look at what's being presented to us. Get the clarity that you need. Get those ideas. I mean, sorry, I move every time I do this. We're done with this. We don't care about, look, it's about strength and power and will and courage and leadership. We've balanced that within ourselves. Except for maybe this is a wound that we're talking about, because it's like you might have multiple options in front of you. And okay, we're going to get real. You may have multiple options in front of you, not just one singular option. You may have multiple options, but all you're focused on, because this is what we were talking about last week, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. This is a message for the divine feminine. You're literally sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting for this divine masculine, while somebody's sitting here saying, hey, look at me. I'm offering you this. And we're just not looking at it. And in order to get to this wave of happiness that I was feeling, this wave of joy, this wave of, oh my gosh, this is my life now. In order to get there, we have to be done with this and walk away from it. And look at what's being presented, because they're not moving. And you're done with it. They are still there. So that twin flame, that karmic soulmate, that strong love of your life, whatever you consider it, they're not there yet. They're still here. This is what they were to you, and this is where they're still at. We've done the healing. We've done the work. It's time for our beginning to start now. All right, I'm going to clean these up. I'm going to get a very short message, just to clarify, a very short message on where the divine masculine is at right now. Just a very short message, just to confirm that this is really that the divine feminine needs to see what's being presented to her, and get real strong clarity on the divine masculine's not where he needs to be, and it's time to take a step outside. We're here for a reason, and we chose that path. If he's not ready, then he's either, everybody has free will, and he's not ready to take that step, or they are not, the divine masculine is not ready to take that step the way that the divine feminine has taken that step. There are some divine masculines out there that have taken that step. So it might not be your twin. It might be a soulmate. It might just be a very strong connection somehow. But let's get confirmation on where the divine masculine's at. I'm going to use the Light Seers deck. I really connect to these cards. They're my favorite deck. I probably should get whatever. Let's get a short message on the divine masculine and see where they are at. Sorry. Like I said, gender neutral. Take what resonates and leave what does not. I should have said that at the very beginning of this. Take what resonates, leave what does not. I just saw the Fool on the bottom again with the Hanged Man. This message is not for everybody. This message, it was very similar. It felt very tied to the collective message I did the other day. I do believe that this is tied to the message I did the other day. Can we please clear the divine feminine energy and see where the divine masculine is at right now? Short message for the divine masculine. Where is the divine masculine at right now? In this 3D, where's the divine masculine at right now? Energetically, y'all may be connected, but in this space, oh wow, yeah. Okay. We got 3 cards for the divine masculine. This absolutely confirms. I should not laugh because it's really, it's a confirmation for me that my spirit team is absolutely working with me. Like, they are giving me the messages. I feel it, and it's beautiful. I did not embrace this for a very long time, and I'm finally embracing it. My spirit team is talking to me, and I am taking this. Okay. He's not in a good space right now. 1,000% not in a good space right now. He's got the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Wands. He's stuck. They, the divine masculine, is stuck. They don't know how to carry. They're carrying the Ten of Wands. They are carrying the load still. They're not letting go. They're holding on to either tradition, or they're holding on to patterns. They're holding on to family generational trauma. They're not letting go. They still feel stuck. They are struggling. They're probably going through like a dark night of the soul type situation right now. They're hopefully what it feels like, because I have this, the Sun. The last card for the divine feminine came out for the divine masculine, which gives me extreme hope and happiness that both of you got the Sun at the very end. I think they're still carrying the load. They're still struggling. They still feel stuck. They don't know how to get out yet. They're doing the work though. I think maybe they found some help, or they have found inspiration. Or if you carry, like I said a minute ago, if you carry the same energy, if you can feel each other's energetic, not in the 3D, but in the 5D, you can feel each other. And if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. If you feel that, then he's drawn from you. He knows that eventually this is going to happen. It might not be together in this 3D world. It might take another lifetime or two. But you both have the Sun at the end. And that does give potential for happiness and for joy and for abundance. It's just not right now. They're still doing the work. This message was definitely for the divine feminine. It's maybe time to look at that cup that's being offered to you. I put the card away. And I'm not saying never, but they're not there. So it's time to look at that cup that's being offered so that you can, where'd that card go? Have this. And they can have this. We chose this path. We're both on this, the divine feminine and the divine masculine as a collective chose their path. And they're not on the same path right now. But we chose that coming into this. So it's time to find this for ourselves, and maybe eventually they have free will, not divine, but they have free will. They need to work on their divine feminine so they can get here. The divine masculine's not doing that work yet. They're still feeling this way. We've done the work. The divine feminine has embraced both that. That's why we have the King of Swords. We've gotten the clarity. We know we have that fresh new start. But we have to look at that cup that's being offered, and we're not looking at it right now. Maybe be open to it. All right, we're going to do a couple Love Your Inner Goddess cards, and I'll read from the from the book. Love Your Inner Goddess is such a fun, from Alana Fairchild, such a fun deck. I love the imagery of it. It's absolutely stunning. So let's read some of these. We're going to get 2 cards. I like to get 2 cards for the inner goddess, just kind of like to embrace your inner goddess, divine feminine energy. And these are kind of going to guide you there. And we'll also get the couple spirit numbers, angel numbers from it, because they have numbers. So let's see what we get for today. All right. What energy should we embrace this week? For the Divine Feminine, what energies should we embrace this week? 2 cards, please. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. Thank you, Ascendant Masters. We needed this guidance today. Thank you. Okay. I've never seen this card. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Damselfully brings direction. Look at that. Look at her hair. I love that. Yeah, and it's number 6. Okay, let's see. Number 6. Damselfully brings direction. Damselfully, sorry. In a reading, you might not see it coming, but a major change within you or in your life is headed your way. You will be able to handle it with more skill and grace than you may have believed possible. Do what it takes to keep yourself feeling positive and happy more often than not. We all have our ups and downs, but if you're not feeling happy with something in your life, know that you have the power to change it. Even if a radical change would be required to bring you happiness, you've got the power to do it. Have faith. We have to look at that cup that's being offered. You're not going to feel happy if you're not feeling happy with something in your life. You're not going to be happy right now if you're letting go of the Divine Masculine. It's going to be hard. You're going to struggle. You may be already struggling with that. You may be contemplating that right now. But ultimately, if you want that radical change, if you want that happiness, if you want that abundance, you have to make that radical change and let it go. All right, and then we got Shaman of Skulls. Shaman of Skulls. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the imagery on that. The feathers in her hair, her eyes. Oh my God, so passionate. Oh, look at the skull. Did you see the skull and the feathers? That's so cool. That's beautiful. Number 34, if that means something to anybody, which is also a 7. So let's go to 34. In a reading, in your heart, you have been asking for something different, something more. And the universe is answering your prayers. We're done waiting for the Divine Masculine. You've been asking for something different, something more. And the universe is answering your prayers. You do not need to be afraid of the changes happening or that are going to happen. They are part of the answer from the universe. You might feel uncertain because you cannot see how it's going to all work out. But know that the universe is caring for you and will provide you a way to move through this transition with grace. You are not crazy to willingly enter this experience. There is nothing you need to avoid and so much that you will gain. This literally summarizes what we were just talking about. We have to let go in order to experience so much that you will gain. That's literally the last sentence. You're not crazy for entering this experience. We entered this experience at free will, and we signed those contracts. We're following our path. The Divine Masculine is following his path and his free will. For now, we have to let go and look for that cup that's being handed to us. It's been slow coming. It's been coming, and I think we all know that, and that's why we're having such a hard time letting go of this Divine Masculine. It's been very slow coming, but it's coming now. We got the 8 of Wands. That's fast movement, and it's coming now. The happiness, the abundance, everything. So much that you will gain. so much that you will gain from letting this divine masculine go and looking for that cup that's being handed to us. I love you, divine feminine. I love you, divine masculine. We have to let them heal. We've done our part. I love you so much. Take care. Release those emotions. That was so emotional at the beginning for me. I felt those emotions coming through. I love you. Until the next time.